Bonjour! It's time once again to go racing here in Montreal, the second largest French-speaking city in the world, and home since 1978 to the Canadian Grand Prix. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average lap speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Gardner. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Gardner lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Ricciardo, George Russell, and Sainz, Bottas, Stroll, Kvyat, and Lando Norris. Gasly, Ocon, Alexander Albon, and Perez, Alesi, De Vries, Nicholas Latifi, and Nobuharu Matsushita. Giovinazzi, Joe, Leclerc, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Thanks, Jeff. Welcome everybody to another JDM Racing My Team F1 2020 video. We're at Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for the Canadian Grand Prix. We're on the front row. It's a lockout for us, with Lewis on the front row also. Very quick this weekend. We had to really put it out of the bag at the end of the session to make sure that we out-qualified him, and got only, I can't even remember how many poles we've got, but it's nowhere near the amount of race wins that we've got. But we've actually managed to get the pole, so that's great news for us. Also managing to, again, in this fight with Mercedes for the Constructors' Championship, we've locked them out again. So we've got to try and keep Max Verstappen back. Hopefully I'm going to get max points here today to help with that Drivers' Championship battle as well. And we can really put some pressure on them and keep that gap that we've got. We are going to go with soft compound tyre to start and a medium stint on the second stint. This is because in Q2 we qualified on the soft tyre. Lewis qualified on the medium, I believe. So there's a bit of an inverse strategy going on there. So we've got to try and get out front, pull away, build ourselves a little gap, so that when we come in, we're not going to be impacted by traffic. We can just get on with our race. And hopefully when Lewis comes in later on in the race, because he's going to be doing a longer first stint, then we should be in a good position to fight him off at the end when he comes back at us with the soft tyre. We will be on the medium at that point. So I'm hoping that we can get a good start and get away from him and control the race from the front. If not, we're going to have to go to a plan B, but we'll see what happens. Let's do it. Alright, we go. We get a good start. Lewis just pushed his wing up to the edge of us there. We do manage to get a good getaway, and we get streaking away from Lewis now. Like I said, he's on that medium tyre, so we should be able to pull away from him in this first stint.
That's what we like to see at the start. Well done.
Cheers, Jeff. coming down this back section of the circuit then. Green flag, so somebody's collected someone back there. We are streaking away at the front. What we need to do in this stint. Hope that Lewis can hold back those other soft tyre runners. Missed the apex there by a mile.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Keep getting the braking wrong for that corner. Got the gap up to 4 seconds now. So with these couple of wins that Max Verstappen has had, we really need to maximise weekends where we look like the quicker team and the quicker car.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
Let's check what the pit rejoin is. Oh, missed it. Could be 17th. I think the wear was, what was it, 27%, 28%? We might be able to get another lap. And extend this by another lap. The gap is staying at around 5.5, 6 seconds. Not losing time on these tyres yet. I think he's good for at least another lap. Are starting to get a little bit more movement. You get a purple sector in that last sector as well. Verstappen pits.
Gap to teammate behind is 6.7 seconds.
As you can see, there you go. Trying to put the power down, the rear tyres have gone. Yeah, 35% wear on the rears now. Let's do it.
Complete, go now. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
We're going to be battling with this Ferrari on the exit of Perez. Perez going longer. He's probably going to pit at the end of this lap.
Okay, we've got plenty of energy. Use the overtake button and have a go.
Don't need to, Jeff. He's coming in at the end of this lap. But you insist. did come in. We overtook him anyway. So Hamilton and Russell both running the inverse strategy. Verstappen now 6 seconds behind.
Lewis is in for a stop.
I think Verstappen might overtake Lewis here. Yeah. So Lewis is now going to be on the soft tyre. Can attack from behind. 5.9 seconds the gap now. I was actually worried about Lewis's strategy before the race started.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
But as the race has progressed, it does seem like that is not the strategy to be on.
Okay, some information on Perez. They are out of the race. Virtual safety car, reduce speed immediately, and we're leading our teammate by 19.7 seconds.
There's Perez's car. We've saved a bit of fuel under the safety car.
Okay, clear.
We did lose some time though, because we were too cautious under the safety car. We actually went from about 4 seconds down to about 2.3. And all of a sudden, this win
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
looks like it could be under threat a little bit here. Looking like we had it on a lock. .7 seconds the gap now. Max has closed it up. He's trying to come in to get these extra 7 points for his championship.
This is your final lap of the race.
We're going to shift it into high fuel mix now. Give it everything for this last
There's
lap.
only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
It looks like Russell is scrapping away. He's got 3rd place, which puts us as a team under more pressure as well. Still going to be doing okay for fuel. Boosting down the back straight. And we boost across the line to win the Canadian Grand Prix.
That's a race win and your 2nd race win in a row. Fantastic job.
That's it then for another magnificent Canadian Grand Prix, and they've hung on to take a sublime victory here today. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
The champagne gets sprayed. Max trying to get it in our ear, down the back of our overalls. We spray the team representative there.
Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Gardner takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I mean, can it be anyone else other than Danny Kvyat? His performance today really set him apart from the other drivers out there. He's got to be happy with how he's done here this weekend.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. Meanwhile, AlphaTauri's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
So, the results are in. We win the race from Max Verstappen by 1.4 seconds. He just manages to pip us to the extra point for fastest lap. George Russell gets a podium for Mercedes as well, going home ahead of Carlos Sainz in the Red Bull. Danny Kvyat, strong showing from him in the Renault, 5th place. Stroll in the AlphaTauri. He's showing. Stroll is like doing a really good job, like better than I thought he would be going to AlphaTauri. But I guess their car is better than when the seasons and the career mode started. So he's really sort of a bit of an underdog, dark horse in that team. Ricciardo in the other Red Bull, they're starting to have a little bit of a resurgence. It seems like it might just be the circuit suits their car better. Bottas, Mr. Dependable, just sweeping up points where he can. Lando as well with another points finish, and Ocon rounding out the points. Now, here is where the inquest will begin. Lewis drops from 2nd place to 11th outside of the points. So I don't know if that's strategy related and he got caught in traffic when he came out, or maybe he got some kind of minimal wing damage. He's only made 1 pit stop, so something has happened there. I'm not sure exactly what, but he definitely had the pace. And really, in this second half, like Ferrari are absolutely terrible. Leclerc 18th, Perez doesn't even finish. Mattia Binotto is going to get sacked. The way things are going for them, absolutely just wow, terrible. And then the normal kind of also runs down here. Perez pulling over, we saw that, caused the safety car late on. So in terms of what it does to the tables, we now have a 20-point lead over Max Verstappen, and George Russell with that podium finish is putting himself into a nice 4th place behind Lewis, and we're 63 points ahead of Mercedes, and we are about 3rd into the season, so it's going well in terms of trying to get that championship under our belt. Let's have a look at some highlights. We did say that we thought it was going to be get off the line, in the lead, build the gap, control the race. That's exactly what we did. Oh, so Lewis had wing, when we touched on that first corner, he had end plate damage. That could have impacted his speed. Well, it will have impacted his speed. So his race has been compromised because of that impact. I did wonder why we were able to pull away from him quite so fast. Well, that about wraps it up here in Canada for this race. We won the race. A little bit of a disappointment with Lewis's situation, but that was due to coming together, as we found out on the replays there. So a little bit of an inquest will be going on into that situation, I'm sure, into the night. Lewis will not be happy with that, and also it's cost the team a bunch of points today as well. But we're still leading the championship by 63 points, so we've got to be happy with that, but not with the overall loss of points. The next race, I can't remember where it's going to be, but I suspect with the way that our car is handling and the upgrades that we've got coming along, we're going to be up there fighting for the win, and certainly trying to hold off Max Verstappen once again. We won today, we beat him in a straight fight today, but can we do it again in the coming weeks? We're going to find out. So if you like this video, drop a like. If you haven't subscribed already but you like this Formula 1 content, why not have a little subscribe so you don't miss any of the F1 action that's going to be coming up. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.